This person was given a secret test from God regarding you, and you will not believe why they failed. There are specific moments in life when someone enters your world not by luck or by accident, but by a holy plan. You did not imagine the bond you felt. You did not overthink the signals. You were not wrong for feeling that something about this person was different. The truth is that God gave this person a hidden test concerning you, and they did not even realize they were being evaluated. Before we discuss why they failed, you must understand something very vital. This test was never about being perfect. It was not about money, looks, age, status, or timing. It was about the heart. This was the test they did not know they were taking. God often tests people quietly, not with loud signs or big warnings, but with small moments. These moments are so tiny that most people ignore them. This person was tested in how they treated you when you were open and vulnerable. You were patient. You did not make demands or chase them. You simply showed up as your real self. When God sends someone into your life who carries light, wisdom, or deep feelings, not everyone knows how to handle that gift. That is where the test begins. You were the mirror they were afraid to look into. Here is something few people talk about. Sometimes God sends a person not to complete us, but to show what is unhealed inside someone else. Your presence triggered things in them, such as old wounds, fear of commitment, fear of losing control, or fear of being truly seen. You did not hurt them or confuse them. You reflected them. Instead of growing, they resisted. That resistance, that pulling away, and that inconsistency was the test and the first way they failed. They chose comfort over growth. God was watching how they would react to emotional depth. Would they rise, up, or hide away? You required honesty, emotional courage, and presence. Instead of acting with maturity, they chose the easy path. They chose distance over talking, silence over the truth, and ego over humility. Growth is hard, and this person was not ready to grow. They failed not because they were evil, but because they were unprepared. The second way they failed was that they did not protect what was holy. When God places someone valuable in your life, the test is simple. Do you protect them or do you take them for granted? This person was tested in how they spoke about you and how they treated your feelings. They were tested on whether they defended the connection or doubted it. Instead of honoring what God placed in front of them, they questioned it. Instead of caring for the bond, they ignored it. God notices neglect just as much as betrayal. The third way they failed was by letting fear make their choices. Fear is one of the main reasons people fail divine tests. This includes fear of commitment, responsibility, or losing freedom. Rather than giving their fear to God, they listened to it. When fear becomes the voice you follow, you walk away from blessings without even knowing it. They did not lose you because they did not care. They lost you because they did not trust what God was doing. This had nothing to do with your worth. Please listen carefully because this part is important. Their failure was not a reflection of your value. You were the assignment and they were the student, and not everyone passes the test. Some people meet their destiny and panic. Some people meet love and run away. Some people meet a divine connection and ruin it. You were steady, real, and patient. That means you passed your part. Just because the test is over does not mean the story is finished. God works in many ways. Right now you are being protected, lifted up, and moved in a new direction. They are being taught a lesson. Whether they know it or not, life is now showing them the lesson they refused to learn through you. Regret is a strong teacher. Silence can be very loud, and absence can reveal the truth. Will they realize what they lost? Often they will, but realizing it does not always mean getting back together. Sometimes God allows people to understand the value of something only after it is gone. This happens not so they can get it back, but so they can grow from the experience. Sometimes God removes someone because they would have slowed down your future. The real blessing was not the person, it was the truth you learned. You gained clarity, strength, and wisdom. Now you are no longer available for halfway love, mixed signals, or confusion. You are aligned with something higher now, and God does not give the same test twice. Here is a final message for you. If you are listening to this, understand that you were never meant to beg for what God already approved. The person failed the test not because you were too much, but because they were not ready for what you carried. Trust the process, trust the removal, and trust the silence. What God is preparing next will not require you to doubt your worth. When the right person arrives, there will be no confusion, no fear, and no running, only peace. Welcome to Psychology Fact. If you are curious about the hidden truths of the mind and heart, make sure to subscribe and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a fact that could change the way you see the world. When someone fails a divine test regarding you, the story does not end with their exit. In fact, that is usually when the most powerful part of your journey begins. After the test is over, God starts a process of deep healing and preparation for you while the other person enters a season of learning through loss. You might feel a sense of emptiness or wonder why things had to end this way, but you must understand that your space is being cleared for something much larger. God is currently moving pieces behind the scenes that you cannot see yet. This period of silence is not a punishment for you, it is a protection. The next phase of your life is about elevation. Because you stayed true to yourself while being tested, you have reached a higher level of maturity. You have proven that you can handle a deep connection with honesty and grace. This means you are now being prepared for a person who has passed their own tests, someone who will not run when things get real or hide when they feel vulnerable. You are being redirected away from a path that would have only brought you more confusion and toward a path of absolute peace. While you are moving forward, the person who failed is often left to deal with the weight of their choices. Often, they do not realize the value of what they had until the divine protection around the connection is removed. Once they no longer have access to your energy, your kindness, or your light, they start to feel the true gap that was left behind. Life will continue to bring them the same lessons until they choose to stop running and start growing. This is not for you to worry about or fix. Your only job now is to keep your heart open for the blessing that is coming next. The closure you are looking for is not in a conversation with them, but in the peace you feel when you realize you no longer have to prove your worth to someone who wasn't ready to see it. You are entering a season where your value will be recognized without you having to explain it. This new chapter will be marked by clarity and consistency. You will soon realize that the removal of that person was actually the greatest gift you could have received, because it made room for a love that is steady, a bond that is secure, and a future that is bright. Recognizing the right person when they arrive is the final step of this journey. After you have healed from the person who failed the test, God will bring someone who does not require you to shrink yourself or hide your light. This new person will not see your emotional depth as a burden or a threat. Instead, they will view it as a treasure. You will know they are the right one because you will not feel the need to chase them or wonder where you stand. The anxiety and confusion you felt before will be replaced by a calm sense of belonging. This is the reward for staying faithful to your own worth during the seasons of silence and testing. The right person has also walked through their own fires. They have learned how to be honest with themselves, which means they can be honest with you. When God connects two people who have both passed their tests, the bond is much stronger than anything you have experienced in the past. There is no ego or power struggle because both individuals have already surrendered to a higher purpose. You will notice that the conversation flows easily and the actions match the words. There is a natural protection over the relationship because both people understand that what they have is a gift from God. You will also find that this new connection accelerates your purpose rather than distracting you from it. The wrong person makes you lose focus on your goals because you are too busy trying to fix the relationship. The right person stands beside you and encourages you to grow. They are not afraid of your success or your strength because they are secure in who they are. This is the divine alignment you were being prepared for all along. Every rejection and every failed test from the past was simply clearing the road so you could walk toward this moment without any baggage. Keep your head up and your heart ready. Do not look back at those who were not prepared to walk with you. Their departure was necessary so that your hands would be empty and ready to receive what is coming next. You have outgrown the old patterns, and you are now stepping into a season of fulfillment. The peace you feel right now is the confirmation that you are exactly where you need to be. The story is not over. It is just getting to the best part. Staying patient during this waiting period is the final part of your spiritual growth. It is easy to feel restless when you see the space around you is empty, but you must remember that God uses the silence to build your character. This time is not wasted time. It is preparation time. If the blessing came before you were ready, you might not have the strength to hold on to it. By making you wait, God is ensuring that when the right door opens, you will have the wisdom to walk through it and the maturity to stay there. You are being taught how to be happy on your own so that your future happiness does not depend on another person, but is shared with them. During this season, you are being called to focus on yourself and your own path. This is when you refine your talents, heal your remaining wounds, and strengthen your relationship with the divine. When you focus on your own light, you naturally attract people who are at the same frequency. If you spend your time looking back at the person who failed, you might miss the person who is currently walking toward you. Trust that God's timing is better than your own schedule. What is meant for you will never pass you by, and it will never require you to compromise your soul to keep it. You must also learn to trust the no and the not yet. Sometimes we think we are ready for the next step, but God sees a storm ahead that we cannot see. The delay is often a shield. Instead of asking why it hasn't happened yet, start thanking God for the protection you are receiving in the meantime. Your heart is being conditioned to handle a greater level of joy. The more you lean into this peace, the faster you will realize that you are no longer the person you used to be. You have become stronger, wiser, and much more discerning. Soon, the waiting will end, and the transition will be so smooth that you will wonder why you ever worried. You will look back at this exact moment and realize that everything happened perfectly. The person who failed the test served their purpose by pushing you toward your higher self. Now, you are standing at the finish line of that old lesson and at the starting line of a new life. Be still, be confident, and stay ready. Your story is being written by the greatest author of all, and the upcoming chapters are more beautiful than you can imagine. The final realization you will have is that the entire experience was a gift of clarity. You no longer have to guess what love looks like because you have seen what it is not. By watching someone fail the test of your worth, you have gained a superpower called discernment. You can now spot inconsistency from a distance, and you no longer feel the urge to fix people who are committed to staying broken. This inner strength is your true reward. You have traded your confusion for a deep, unshakable confidence. You now know that your value is not a topic for debate, and your heart is not a training ground for the unprepared. As you step into this new light, you will notice that your environment begins to change. The people who were only there for a season will naturally fade away, and new, more supportive souls will begin to appear. This is the law of alignment. When you stop settling for less, the universe stops offering you less. You will start to attract opportunities and relationships that match your new level of self-respect. You are no longer a person who begs for attention. You are a person who commands respect simply by being yourself. The heavy weight you used to carry, the weight of trying to be enough for the wrong person, has finally been lifted off your shoulders. You are now entering a time of harvest. Everything you planted in tears, patience, and prayer is starting to grow. You will find that life feels lighter and your path feels clearer. The scars from the past are not marks of shame, but medals of honor that show you survived the test. You didn't just get through it, you grew through it. Now you can look at your reflection and smile, knowing that you are whole and complete all on your own. This wholeness is what makes you ready for the great things ahead. You are finally ready to receive a love that doesn't hurt and a peace that doesn't leave. The journey has been long, but the destination is worth every moment of the struggle. You are the hero of this story, and you have finally realized that you were the prize all along. The person who walked away didn't just lose you, they lost the chance to see who you are becoming. But you haven't lost anything at all. You have found yourself, and that is the greatest victory of all. Keep moving forward with your head held high, because your best days are not behind you. They are standing right in front of you, waiting for you to arrive. This new chapter of your life is defined by a sense of calm that you have never known before. When you finally reach this stage, you will look back at the pain of the past and see it as a necessary bridge to your current strength. The person who failed the test was simply a shadow that helped you appreciate the light. You will realize that if they had stayed, you would have remained stuck in a cycle of trying to prove your value to someone who was blind to it. Their exit was actually your liberation. Now, your energy is no longer being drained by doubt or uncertainty. Instead, it is being used to build the life you have always dreamed of. You will start to notice that your intuition is sharper than ever. Because you have learned to trust God's plan over your own desires, you can hear your inner voice more clearly. This voice will guide you toward people who are good for your soul and away from those who are only there to take. You are no longer easily fooled by charming words because you now look for the fruit of a person's actions. This maturity is your shield. It ensures that you will never again settle for a connection that requires you to lose yourself. You have become the guardian of your own peace, and you realize that your heart is a sacred space that only the worthy can enter. As you move forward, the universe will begin to reflect your new inner world. Doors will open that you didn't even knock on, and people will appear who treat you with the kindness and consistency you deserve. You will find yourself in rooms where you are celebrated, not just tolerated. This is the beauty of passing the divine test. When you show that you are willing to let go of what is wrong for you, you prove that you are ready for what is right. You are now a magnet for genuine love and honest success. Everything that was stolen from you during the season of struggle is being returned to you in a much better form. Your story is now one of victory and inspiration. You are proof that silence is not the end and that being removed from someone's life can be the ultimate promotion. You have traded your sadness for a deep, quiet joy that nobody can take away from you. This is your time to shine, to grow, and to enjoy the fruits of your faithfulness. You have moved from the test to the testimony. Relax in the knowledge that your future is safe, your heart is healed, and your best life is unfolding right now in this very moment. The final transition in this journey is the shift from waiting for change to being the change. You will find that you are no longer looking for external validation because you have found a deep well of approval within yourself. This is the stage where your purpose becomes crystal clear. You start to understand that the pain you endured was not just for your own growth, but to turn you into a lighthouse for others who are still lost in the storm of confusing relationships. Your story of walking away from what was broken and standing tall in your worth becomes a map for those who are still afraid to let go. You have moved beyond survival and into a position of true leadership over your own life. In this phase, you will notice that your standards have naturally risen without you even trying. It is not that you have become cold or distant, but rather that you have become highly selective about who gets to sit at your table. You no longer feel a sense of loss when someone doesn't align with your path. Instead, you feel a sense of relief. You realize that God is the ultimate filter, and anyone who isn't meant for your future is being filtered out automatically. This saves you years of wasted time and emotional energy. You are now free to invest all that love and effort back into your own dreams, your own health, and your own peace. Everything in your life will start to feel more intentional. The way you spend your mornings, the way you talk to yourself, and the way you handle challenges will all reflect a person who knows they are deeply loved by the divine. You are no longer reacting to life. You are responding to it with wisdom. Even if the person who failed the test tries to return, you will find that you are no longer on the same frequency. You can offer them forgiveness from a distance without allowing them to disrupt your harmony. You have outgrown the old version of yourself, and that old version of them no longer fits into the beautiful reality you have created. You are now standing in the full light of your destiny. The test is a distant memory, and the lessons have become a permanent part of your soul. You are walking with a new kind of confidence, the kind that comes from knowing you survived the fire and came out as gold. Your heart is wide open, your mind is sharp, and your spirit is at rest. You have officially passed from the season of questioning into the season of knowing. This is your life, fully restored and better than before. You are ready for everything that is coming, and you are worthy of every single blessing that arrives at your door. As you embrace this new way of living, you will see that your success is not just about your relationships, but about your entire life path. When you stopped pouring your energy into someone who couldn't see your value, that energy stayed with you. Now, you have the focus to finish projects you started long ago and the courage to chase goals that once felt too big. You will notice that your mind is no longer distracted by late-night worries or the heavy weight of sadness. Because your heart is at peace, your creativity will start to flow again. You are now building a life based on your own terms, and you are doing it with a spirit that is no longer afraid of being alone. This self-reliance is what makes you truly magnetic. People will look at you and wonder how you became so steady and so sure of yourself. You will be able to tell them that you stopped looking for a home in other people and finally found a home within yourself. This is the ultimate freedom. You can enjoy the company of others without needing them to complete you. When you are no longer desperate for connection, you attract connections that are healthy and balanced. You have become a person of high value because you respect your own time and your own heart. You are teaching the world how to treat you by the way you treat yourself. The person who failed the test may still be on their own difficult path, but you are no longer tied to their outcome. You have let go of the need for them to understand or apologize. You realize that your healing was never their responsibility. It was yours, and you have done the work. This release is where your true power lies. You are moving forward with clean hands and a pure heart, unburdened by the shadows of what used to be. Every step you take now is on solid ground. You are no longer walking on eggshells or waiting for the other shoe to drop. You are walking in the sunshine of your own growth. In the days to come, expect to feel a deep sense of gratitude for everything you went through. You will see that even the hardest days were leading you to this moment of total clarity. You are now the master of your own joy. Whether you are working, resting, or meeting new people, you carry a quiet strength that tells the world you have been through the fire and won. Your story is a beautiful reminder that when we lose what isn't right for us, we finally find what is. You are blessed, you are chosen, and you are exactly where you belong. This new way of being will change how you interact with everyone around you. Now that you have passed the test of your own worth, you will find that you no longer feel the need to explain yourself to people who do not want to understand. You will speak with more kindness, but also with much firmer boundaries. When friends or family members bring negativity or drama into your space, you will have the strength to stay calm without letting their energy ruin your day. You are no longer a person who can be easily swayed by the opinions of others because you have already received the highest approval from God. Your presence alone will start to inspire those around you to raise their own standards and treat themselves with more respect. You will also notice that you have more room in your heart for genuine compassion, because you are no longer fighting for your own survival in a difficult relationship. You have the emotional energy to be truly present for the people who actually matter. You will listen better, love more deeply, and offer help from a place of abundance rather than a place of lack. People will feel the peace that radiates from you, and they will be drawn to your stability. You are becoming a pillar of strength for your community and a source of wisdom for those who are currently going through their own tests. You are no longer just a participant in your life. You are a leader who guides with love and clarity. This is the season where your physical and mental health will start to flourish as well. Stress that used to live in your body will begin to melt away because you are no longer carrying the heavy burden of someone else's confusion. You will sleep better, breathe easier, and feel more energized to take care of yourself. You are realizing that your body is a temple and your mind is a garden, and you are finally giving both the care they deserve. This holistic healing is the final proof that walking away from the wrong things was the best decision for your soul. You are now thriving in every sense of the word, and your outside world is finally starting to look as beautiful as your inside world. As you continue on this path, stay humble and stay grateful. Every new blessing is a reminder of how far you have come and how much you have grown. You are living the life that your past self prayed for during those long nights of uncertainty. Enjoy every moment of this peace, and never forget that you are worthy of all the good things coming your way. You have survived the storm, you have learned the lesson, and now you are ready to enjoy the calm. Your future is not just bright, it is a masterpiece that is still being painted, and every new day is a beautiful new stroke of color.